Hi again, friends. So, my last video about the 32-year-old mother with 7 kids, currently pregnant, expecting another one, living in one hotel room, got some really nice engagement. I really appreciate everyone who stopped by to watch, who left comments. It was very lovely to see the conversation going on. I decided to make a quick follow-up video just to clarify a particular comment I received, and this was someone asking what was the purpose of even uploading that video if I wasn't going to fundraise. Now, that's a very fair comment and I respect their views in bringing that up, and I did reply to that comment directly. I just thought I would make it apparent why I started this channel. My goal with this channel is to highlight or bring awareness to issues I consider problematic, situations or topics I find concerning, and share my views as to why that's the case, with the hope other viewers join in and we can have a conversation where people will also leave comments sharing their views and opinions as well. And my hope is that this will bring awareness that allows or means that other people can learn without they themselves falling into that situation or experiencing that situation, and understanding that they can make better choices. They can join the conversation, they can see what's happening somewhere else and choose to make a different choice, a better choice. I feel I might not have been as eloquent in my last video as I would have liked. So I have an upcoming content creator by the name of Just Live 330, whose views I share 1000%, and she was very eloquent. Please go check out her TikTok to watch her full commentary, but I've given you the highlights.
Y'all don't care enough about children for me. For you to look at these situations with the 26-year-old and the 32-year-old and all of these kids that they have that they cannot properly take care of. Now, I know that life be lifing, and sometimes situations come up that you can't control and you have to do the best that you can with what you have to deal with. I can understand that. I can respect the fact that you are trying to make good of the situation that you are currently in. But my thing is this: you didn't ever have to bring that many children into this world. You could have stopped at 2 kids, at 3 kids. What are we doing? Giving credit to parents for doing literally the bare minimum, providing a roof and housing, clothing and food, like the things that legally by law you are required to give to your children lest they be taken away from you. I'm sorry, I don't know why that's getting credit, because emotional neglect is a thing. You cannot give the proper love and attention to that many children. It's impossible. There's not enough time in a day, especially when you got to cook, you got to clean. Are you helping with homework? Can you help with homework? And I know I can say, oh, you're doing the best you can, but you really, before we even got to this point, we could have stopped. Because you can avoid having a bunch of babies. There are plenty of ways to not have a bunch of babies. But now that they're here, why aren't we thinking about how this is affecting babies so bad? And I know nobody in therapy. And then on top of that, now it's on social media. And these babies is in school. These babies are in school. And kids are fucking cruel, bro. And you putting that for the world to see? For their potential classmates to see? Bruh, it's selfish. And I hope that this isn't like becoming a trend of like, oh, well, I'll just put my fucked up situation on the internet for people to give me money. Because like, you're exploiting your children. You're exploiting your situation. Shit is not cool. Yes, there are people, parents who have less children who do not give a fuck about them. They're terrible too. Because there's more to raising kids than just providing the bare minimum. Emotional support. Them babies deserve more. You should never be bringing that many children into this world you cannot properly take care of. And that's not just the physical needs. Mental, emotional support is important. When they get older, they can buy clothes. They can get a job and buy their own clothes. But that mental shit that's rearranging their brains right now for when they're grown and they gotta try to heal from that shit, bruh, y'all not thinking about that. You're doing the best with what you got, but really, it ain't good enough for them. It's not good enough for them. You got to care more about them babies that didn't ask to be here than you care about yourself. Being in the circumstances you in with the ones you got and then getting pregnant again? Huh? I hope that at least this situation brings awareness that those mamas can get the help that they need to properly take care of. And when all is said and done, please put them babies in therapy. Preventative measures, right? Proactive measures. It don't gotta be that hard. Struggle. Why would you keep bringing babies into more struggle? You don't have to. There are ways to prevent it. Please don't make this a thing.
I could not agree more with Just Live 330. The views she expresses coincide entirely with mine as well. My concern has always been for the kids having to experience this level of struggle as their childhood. And maybe that did not come across very clear in my last two videos about the 32 with 7 kids and the 26 with 6. And I can respect that these moms posting their struggle to social media state, feel, or think that they are doing their very best in their situations. But as Just Live 330 points out, it's the bare minimum. Call a spade a spade. That is what is required of you as a parent. And so my overall question, my purpose of bringing the videos to YouTube and attempting to have a discussion and raise awareness is asking, why would you continue to have more kids in your current level of struggle? The current level of struggle that they posted to social media, they let us in and told us this is how they're living, how they're struggling. And 26 with 6 kids, currently pregnant. 32 with 7 kids, currently pregnant. So those numbers of children they have are only going to go up, at least by one that we know of at the moment. And so if it seems that I'm judging the mothers, I'm truly not, and that's not my intention. Rather, I want us to think long and hard about the choices they're making, the choices they continue to make by choosing to have more children when they already show that they are struggling. And, in terms of the posting their struggle to social media, I personally am not a fan of family vlog channels. And so in my video clips, that's why I try to keep the kids out of any of the clips I used, which they shared on their TikToks. Because I have to also wonder, what is the motivation of posting their struggle to social media? I couldn't find any video clips where they show or attempt to highlight the actions they're taking to better the situation for themselves and their kids. It's literally just documenting their struggle and putting it on social media. And I can only assume that's to make profit. And as Just Live 330 highlighted, your kids are in school, so you expose them. The internet is forever. And so I found a clip of a woman, she's a young adult, and she talks about how she was raised in a similar situation. And I think it's best we hear her views as well.
32 with 7 kids in a motel is abuse to your children. I'm the eldest of 7, and living in motels was definitely a part of my childhood. Please listen to me as someone who used to be one of your children. What you're doing is abuse, and you're recording it. You're recording yourself feeding a man steak and potatoes, loaded potatoes, but you're sharing 1 pack of noodles for your children, giving them 1 piece of chicken and 2 Brussels sprouts, popping them for playing, running around because they're children. They have to exert energy somewhere, and they're overstimulated because they're entrapped. I understand you have to make content, but to get on this app and say that you're trying your best, you couldn't be any further from the truth. Trying your best will not be bringing children into the world knowing that you are struggling. Trying your best will not be getting pregnant with another child. Struggling with children is not okay. It should not be normalized. I am not speaking down on you. Honestly, as a woman who's trying, I still respect you nonetheless. But at some point, you need to realize that you are not capable of taking care of the children that you keep getting pregnant with. I'm tired of getting on this app and seeing this. As women, we should just know better. We should know better.
Hearing from now an adult, but previously would have been a child who lived through the circumstances we are all commenting on, I think that's pretty powerful, and I thought it was important to share here as part of the discussion. So, in conclusion, my views remain unchanged from the previous two videos. I honestly, really deep in my heart of hearts, believe that even if we could excuse whether you want to say they were immature, they were too young, having struggle with one child, two children, three. By the time you continue to make poor choices to have child number 4, 5, 6, 7, and be currently pregnant expecting more, it's your decision making and choices. If we want to use the word judging, then fine. That's what I'm judging, is the choices these mothers and any other mothers like them continue to make in a situation that you are now very much aware is struggle. Even if you want to say you didn't know any better when you had the first, the second, the third, surely you know better by the fourth, the fifth. That's my whole point, and that's my whole view, and that remains my view. I'm not trying to judge these mothers in terms of who they are as mothers. If they say they're doing the best they can, I respect that. But I refuse to accept that they cannot choose better going forward. You can choose to stop having more kids in this level of struggle, and you can choose to focus on the kids you already have, not continue to get pregnant, and instead use your energy and resources to better your circumstances for your current 6 kids, soon to be 7, for your current 7 kids, soon to be 8, rather than continue to go on and now have 26 with 6 kids, soon to be 7, in future tell us now about to have the 8. Not for us to now hear 32 with 7 kids, currently pregnant with the 8, in future about to have the 9th. That's my point of this video, is to raise the fact and highlight that choices, better choices can be made, whereas they seem to continue to make poor choices. And I'm wanting us to have a conversation on why not make better choices? What is stopping them making better choices? Why have they chosen to continue to have kids in this level of struggle? And so this brings us to the end of my video. This is just a short follow-up. Thank you everyone, and I'll see you in the next video.